Hello and welcome to Cats Love, and today I'm covering some pretty important news. Australia has recently declared war on their domestic cat problem. No, this isn't another case where it's like the Emu War, and no, Australia is not going to go around purging cats. But there is a serious problem revolving Australia and outdoor cats. So if you live in Australia and own an indoor cat, then this video should be pretty important. But if you live in Australia and specifically own outdoor cats, then I'll just go ahead and sum it up. Take your outdoor cats inside. They're indoor cats now. They're not going to be outdoor cats anymore. I'll go ahead and explain why. So Australia is known to be very protective over their species. Their biodiversity is very unique, and any outsider animals can completely ruin their biodiversity. And since cats aren't native to Australia and instead were brought there, cats are known to be an invasive species. And since Australia's climate and animals have evolved to not have a combat against cats, it's grown into a serious problem. They're very strict about what can come in and go out of Australia. So strict that when Amber Heard and Johnny Depp basically went to Australia and brought their dogs with them, they forgot to mark their dogs off. So when they got to Australia and Australia found that they brought some outsider dogs, it got messy, and Australia basically made Johnny Depp and Amber Heard do an apology video. If you tried to take a pet into Australia, then you would have to go through tons of procedures, and even then it's not for sure if you could even get your animal in there or not. In fact, if you actually smuggled an animal into Australia and got caught, you could be fined for thousands or possibly millions of Australian dollars, and you can serve up to several years in prison. So Australia doesn't mess around when it comes to outsider animals and their animals. If you're wondering where I'm going with this, then here's a pretty crazy fact. 2 billion of Australia's protected animals are killed by cats every year. When Australia found that out, it was their last straw. Australia has confirmed that they are indeed going to war with their domestic cat problem. History repeats itself. They went to war with their emu problem in 1932, and in 2023 they're going to war with another animal problem. This time it matters because 2 billion of their protected and unique animals are being killed yearly, so Australia is probably going to take this domestic cat problem more seriously than they did with the emus. Here's what you should do if you live in Australia and own a cat. First of all, take your outdoor cat and put them inside. They are now an inside cat. Australia is putting curfews on cats, so it's basically putting them through what it was like with us through quarantine, but this time probably way longer, and it's basically just look at it like a pretty long time out for cats. Australia is also planning to limit the amount of cats a household can own. If you want to know how many cats a household is allowed to own now, then I would recommend searching it up for your local area. Subdivisions are going to have different regulations compared to somewhere in the middle of nowhere. It's going to be different everywhere, so I would just say look it up for your local area. Australia putting cats in a curfew is very important in protecting their biodiversity. In fact, most Australian citizens are in agreement with Australia for doing this. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is some pretty big news, and I needed to get a video pumped out to report on it. Stay tuned for the other videos that are coming out after this. Maybe stories from the litter box or something else. I don't really know. Just quick video. Anyway, keep your outdoor cats inside if you live in Australia. And thanks for watching. This has been Cats Love. See you next episode.